Well, I guess I'm live, but well, hello everyone. Nikki two times coming in with an impromptu live. Kind of wasn't ready to go live yet, but I decided, but I don't want to stop it either. So, is what it is. What's going on there, Pick Six? Thanks for coming in. Just doing an impromptu live. Gonna read a comic. Gonna go over some comics. If I feel like talking sports or people have sports questions, I'll certainly do that. What's going on, Moon? I had the week off. I actually was doing a lot of applications. I had an assessment earlier today, but I figured I'll jump in and do this instead. Right now, I didn't mean to go. I didn't mean to go live, but I am live now. Well, I mean, I didn't mean to go live yet. I was trying to set things up. And of course, this all happened. At least I have I had my description. I had everything set. Good. A nice relaxing day. Moon, you worked way too hard. You probably work harder than I do, and I feel like I work pretty hard. But putting in applications, yo, what's going on, Justin? It's a comic book kind of day. Taking a break from all the applications I'm trying to put out. I actually had a 45-minute. It was about 45 minutes assessment test. Trying to get a job with Citizens Bank. I've complained about it enough. Amazon is definitely not the kind of job that I want to be working the rest of my life, let alone even work there for another month. hard on the body. Look, see, I'm even still wearing at least the collared shirt that I was wearing because it was a video assessment as well. So just kind of wanted to do a live. I haven't done the comic books in a while. I'm going to end up reading while I'm on. This is the one that I have. Absolute Evil. It says issue 1. I thought it was going to be a whole new series, but it was. It's the only one. I'm definitely into the DC comics. I'm going to talk a little bit about before I even read just other comics that I'm going to get into when I get a chance. We'll put up this first slide. Absolute Green Lantern. Absolute Green Lantern. As of about 2-3 weeks ago, because it's been a couple weeks since I've had a chance to go to my LCS. Justin definitely will appreciate the change. So I'm applying for different banks. I think it's a job, even if I take a step back and take a pay cut and just be a teller until I can get promoted, it'll be well worth it. Better hours, better benefits likely, and something I can look forward to many years of working in the banking industry and retire at some point. But so different comics that I'm into right now that I'm looking to read. But I've been buying a lot of comics and not reading very much. But we have Absolute Green Lantern. There's 11 as of like 2-3 weeks ago to read. I haven't read any. We have the regular Green Lantern. There's 31 issues at this point. I have all issues but number 13. For a little while, I wasn't able to get out to the LCS, and then none of these LCSs have issue 13, so I'm missing that. and I'll jump into that as well. Oh. This is another one, Justice League Red. There is a total of, I believe, six issues. It's a new team. That much I do know about it. Haven't read them yet, but that Red Tornado, he heads up his own new squad because they're going to be doing things that are kind of like not on the up and up that the regular Justice League members should be a part of. So this is kind of like a Black Ops sort of situation, or Red Ops in this in this case. We do have a Green Lantern member, since that's my favorite character within the group. Shane Baz, Green Lantern, and these other host of characters as well. Justice League is definitely a title that I've enjoyed. Green Lantern's always been my favorite, but you know, the old Super Friends cartoon. So Justice League is right up there for me, as well as Green Lantern. Odin, what's going on, pal? Good to have you here. And then, of course, since I'm into Justice League, this is Justice League Unlimited. Right now, they have a total of 15 issues. So what I'm going to do is when I do have opportunities to do videos, you'll see whether it be reading 1 or 2 on a live, or reading 3 or 4 on my own, and then doing a long form video of a review of a couple of things. I've done that in the past. I did Green Lantern War Journal, and looking to get back to that. We also have titles I don't have pictures for. But we have DCKO. I did read the first one in an impromptu comic book read. Right now, there's a total of 4. There's also History of DC 1 through 4. So I'm going to be, if I have a chance, I keep saying I'm going to do it, and then I don't, because I don't maximize my time properly. But today was a good day to do this. None of the family's home right now. They left me alone so that I can do my assessments, because a lot of it, the assessment was a video interview. So I am home alone for the next couple of hours. I will get back when I'm done the live. I'll probably jump right back into that for another hour or 2 for the day, filling out a couple more applications. But yeah, wanted to do this. This is what I'm going to read today. Absolute Evil. It's a 1-issue thing. And if those of you are wondering, what about Marvel? Where's Marvel? Well, I like Marvel too, but Marvel's not this channel. DC is my go-to. I have started buying the new it's Supernova Centurion. Decided I wanted to jump in that because I've heard comparisons about how Supernova is like the space cop, which is kind of, and there's other Centurions, and they're it's similar to Green Lantern and the Green Lantern Corps. So I figured I'd give that a whirl with the new series that just popped out called Supernova Centurion. Yeah, okay, Deep. Let's just say I was home earlier with just me and the wife, while the kids were out. So this is just some sort of like outer cover variant, so to speak. I don't know why I paid the extra money for all white variant cover, but this is your main cover. If I see that it's something worth showing a photo, I'll pull it up. But you know, as I am that old guy, let me write you down. Pick 6 was here. Justin hanging out. Dino in the house. Dean, you've been doing a great job having the girls hanging out with you. I thought about getting baby girl involved a little bit, at least on her channel. I have a channel devoted to my daughter, but I literally have one long form video, which is like a picture collage. And I have, believe it or not, I haven't worked on that channel at all. That channel has got 12 subs. Over the summer, I did, she caught her first fish ever. I have a short video of that, and it received 26,000 views, more than any video that I've put together. She got 26,000 views, her catching a fish, me playing a little Blake Shelton, I believe. No, Luke Bryan. So it's about time I get a new video up there sooner than later. I just kind of want there to be something when, as she gets a little older, we can collaborate on something together, but on a completely different channel than this one. All right. Hopefully I can get through this whole thing during the live. Right now we're starting off with Hawkman. I'm going to have to get the peepers on because the site is definitely starting to go. Eventually I'm going to have to be wearing glasses all the time, like my man Justin. But right now we're looking at, this is 1951. Gentlemen of the House Un-American Activities Committee. You call me to this closed door session to answer certain questions I've thought long and hard about the answers. During my covert work as the Hawkman, my true identity has remained my own secret. Now you say I have to give that secret up. My face, my name, my life, I do consider these my own business, but sometimes business takes a backseat to pleasure, and you know what? It'll be a real pleasure to inform on the commie rats nibbling away at this great country. What do you want to know, boys? Well, now we skip to present day. This is Oliver Queen. Roy, what's new with you, kiddo? Me, I am doing good. In the green, hitting my targets. Ha! You heard that, huh? You got me, kid. Guilty as charged. I'm down in the arrow cave. Yeah, I'm practicing my party piece. The Robin Hood bit. Ha! Damn, so close. He got 2 in the bullseye, but he was trying to split hairs. We got Legend 55. What's going on, Legend? Doing a little comic read for you. It'll do. What? Oh, ye of little faith, what I paid for this setup, of course, I'm going to use it. I've got everything I need down here. Archery range, computer setup like you wouldn't believe. A garage that convertible I designed. Yeah, with the ejector seat. You never wanted one of those. Well, maybe it'll come in handy. Smart guy. It's like 007 now. What? I'm not allowed to have hobbies, I asked. If you wanted, I'm on this. What's with the 3rd degree here? No, look, I told you about his island, right? All those private flights, just kids. We're getting a little Epstein-ish over here. Because he's bought the cops, Roy. He's bought the courts. The system was built for guys like this. I got to do something. Somebody's got to do something. Why not me? All this stuff I have, this money, what does it do? What do I do? What are we actually doing here, any of us? Because something it's killing us all, man. Some moral cancer it's rotting us from the inside out. Rotting our souls. Don't tell me to calm down, Roy. I mean it. You can be in or out, but I'm serious. This is the way I make a difference in the world, you know. This is the direction I was always heading in anyway. They skip on to, which looks like a kind of savory character right there, with the dark hair on top, silver on the sides, little thin old mustache. Sometimes that's the way it goes, Jabal. A guy turns 40, gets a gray hair, gets ideas. I bought a Maserati. Queen grew a conscience. It happens. He talks big, sure, but it's Ali, you know. He doesn't want results. He wants to feel righteous. And nothing feels more righteous than losing. Get him around the table. This goes away in a month. Don't know 5 million? That's chump change. Just trust me there, Jubes. I know this guy, Ali Queen, is never going to surprise anybody. Mr. Hammond. So the bad guy, I guess, is Mr. Hammond. Give me a sec. Yeah, little people? I'll call you right back. We're detecting some electronic devices on your person. You were made aware of the stipulations of today's meeting. Yeah, sure. But you know who I am, right? My business is worth more than most countries. I need to be in contact with my office. It's a condition of attendance, Mr. Hammond. Informational boundaries must be maintained. National security. If you'd rather not attend this meeting, yeah, sure. Should I take off my belt as well? Thank you, sir. If you'd like to follow me, sure. And maybe when I'm in there, I'll talk to your boss about your attitude. Yeah, see how that goes for you. Hector Hammond. So his name is Hector Hammond. Glad you could finally join us. Veronica Kale, National Security Advisor. I'm the boss. You had something to say? If we're doing coffee orders, I'll take a macchiato, sweetheart. Is our being a sexist pig. I love it. This room is not for games. It is not for play. Speak of work or do not speak. This is I like this dude's look. Full on beard, long hair. That's the kind of look I'm going for. Eventually, these locks will get long enough. Oh, gosh. Okay. I'm Raish Al Ghul. And if you know who Raish Al Ghul is, this is already heating up now. If you do not know what that means, be glad and be silent. Oh, shit. He's flexing. I was being rhetorical, you putz. I have to side with Mr. Al Ghul on this. Our time is more valuable than any resource on earth, Hammond. Far too precious to waste on your little jokes. Agreed. I don't enjoy jokes. No problem, Dean. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I know who you are, laughing boy. If we all know who we are, can we get on with this? I know I've got work to do. Whew. Thanks for all hanging in here. Appreciate it. Thank you, Dr. Thorne. Let's begin. Shoot. Give me a second here, guys. All righty. Thank you, Dr. Thorne. Let's begin. New York, 1939. Chemist Wesley Dodds gets rich off his patents for improved anesthetic compounds. Soon after, a masked detective called the Sandman makes waves in the society pages armed with a non-lethal sleep gas. Wesley Dodds is young, idealistic, romantic. It's not hard to put two and two together. Even before Dodds is found shot dead in his Sandman suit, his basement laboratory has been ransacked. A year later, the U.S. military acquires some new and very lethal nerve gas weapons. Was that lethal gas brewed from Dodds's stolen notes? Asked the conspiracy theorists. Did it win us the war? Asked the historians. They'll all say yes. 1942, Gotham City. Ted Grant, a professional boxer, is framed for murder by small-time hoods. Grant's young. He's romantic. He puts on a cat costume, beats the hell out of them, clears his name. He calls himself the Wildcat. The neighborhood eats it up. So he busts some more small-time hoods than medium-time hoods, working his way up. On a stakeout, he overhears a factory inspector taking a bribe from a munitions magnate to look the other way on safety standards. And then he comes into $50,000 tax-free, and that's the end of Wildcat. Grant buys a gym in Schenectady, trains a couple of champions, dies peacefully in his sleep at the age of 81. 16 people die in workplace accidents in the factory over the next 5 years, making that gas I mentioned the one that won us the war. So maybe taking the money was the most heroic thing Wildcat ever did. 1951, Los Angeles, Iron Monroe, a movie stuntman and a real freak of nature. Rumor had it he could stop a bullet at 50 yards and outrun a locomotive. He decides he wants to fight a never-ending battle for truth and justice. The never-ending battle seems to involve a lot of socialist meetings. He's called before He's called before WAC in a special closed-door session around the same time as a couple of other adventurers of the period. But Monroe refuses to name names, calls McCarthy a demagogue. That's the end of him. Within a year, he's living in a lonely shack in the Nevada desert, which is accidentally targeted for a chemical weapons test. Someone filed the wrong paperwork, apparently. 3 out of 100 examples throughout history, there have been individuals who acted outside the status quo. And the status quo has dealt with those individuals one way or another. Who remembers them now? So it goes, and so has it always gone until now. The Gateway event. Okay, what's the Gateway event? So-called because it took place in Gateway City and because it apparently opened the door to a whole new bag of craziness. That thing is called a tetracide. It was the second most dangerous creature to appear that day. This is the most dangerous. She arrived here from hell. She deafened the city. She became a Gorgon. Gorgon. Almost sounds like Demogorgon from Stranger Things. Turned the tetracide to stone, then destroyed it with one punch. Based on what exactly? Her bearing, her tone, mind control. Why was she not arrested? Ooh. Usually these okay, not too bad. We're moving along nicely, maybe a little less than halfway. At the same time, word spreads of another creature. This one is male, violently disrupting Lazarus Corp operations in Brazil, shrugging off artillery that would have blown a hole right through Iron Monroe, melting tanks with his eyes. Okay. No problem, Justin. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Sorry about your dad. My heart goes out to you, buddy. Sure, we'll talk again soon. Have a good day with your kid. But we are looking at that person melting with his eyes is what appears to be Superman, or at least someone similar to Superman with an S on his chest. Following which, a trained peacemaker agent ignores the Brainiac algorithm's recommendations and writes her after-action report directly in somewhat poetic detail. You're more interested in how the report was written than the contents. It's indicative of a trend. Gotham City, this one is human, we think. But he seems to redefine what human can be. He appears and vanishes like a ghost. He somehow built his resources into the city itself. He wears an axe blade on his chest, for God's sake. He didn't take the money? Yes, exactly. Unlike Ted Grant, he didn't take the money. So it looks like this group is starting to talk about the different heroes, the Justice League members, as it were. What else? A vast alien object falls on the town of Evergreen, a second gateway event, less telegenic this time, thank God. It helps that the object isn't around anymore, but we know who the survivors of the event are, and they've been altered. It's a picture of the girl from Absolute Green Lantern. Meanwhile, a military experiment at the 40 Fox base goes haywire. Again, there was at least one survivor who remains altered and on the run. Looks like Flash. So I think these are all part of the Absolute renditions of everything. Absolute Green Lantern, Absolute Flash, Absolute Batman, Absolute Superman. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like it's heading towards. And what other beings are out there? What forms do they take? Are they even corporeal? We don't know. We can't know. But we do know that things are escalating. These new threats are more dangerous than any before then. And the greatest danger they pose is not what they can do, but what they can convince others to do, what they can inspire. Peacekeeper agents ignoring protocol, military officers taking orders from civilians, seasoned cops refusing to open fire on a man dressed as a bat. There is order in this world. There is a hierarchy. These things make a mockery of that. They could topple everything if allowed to, if we allow them to. So far, I'm a little bit confused. I gotta say, looking at the pictures ain't doing any justice. So I'm not gonna put it up. But are they trying to say that these superheroes are actually the bad guys? We'll continue to read. Previously, we could all meet these threats individually. I no longer believe that's possible. You all have private resources, as do I, as National Security Advisor and Director of Area 41. I have additional government resources. But if we don't put all those together, if we don't work together, these monsters will take our world apart. No sale. I get it. Uncle Sam's hard up. This is Hammond speaking. These days, so the begging bowl comes with a scare story, but nobody's scared, toots. Because the point of that little speech was that people like us have always handled people like them. And frankly, I don't need any help now. I think you do, says Ra's al Ghul. Yeah, well, you think wrong. Got rid of the Green Lantern, didn't I? If I got a problem, if any of my friends have a problem, I do not need Lazarus Court to help solve it. Capiche? Capiche? I think now is a good time, Kale. Me too. Send in Mr. Hall, please. Ooh. Oh, let me move. This is actually... So, I guess that's Hawkman from the first photo, and then bang, that's Oliver Queen that he just kind of, it's got a hole in his head. So, questions? That's not good. That's not good at all. That is how we solve problems, Mr. Hammond. Not in a month, in a day. No sitting around the table, no chump change, no games, and no jokes. So was this murder or covert assassination? Is this a threat of some kind? Blackmail? What's the point, Kale? Call it a demonstration. What power can do for money, what money can do for power. How difficult is it for you to get intel on your little escaped experiment from Fort Fox, Eleanor? How much effort did it take for Hammond to be first on the scene in Evergreen? How many millions? How many favors? Next time, and there will be a next time, you could each make one phone call. Unless Lazarus calls first, I suppose then it's a bidding war. Frankly, I still agree with Hammond. As convenient as an alliance might be for you, I don't see the need to be in each other's pockets. It's not as if we're friends. No, not friends. May I have the floor? Not sure who this is. Thank you. I'm going to share some recent research from a particle physics laboratory under my aegis. Needless to say, this is proprietary information. If any of what I'm about to tell you reaches any ears outside this room, I'll take it seriously. Duly noted. Somebody's actually spying on them right now, and he looks like a zombie creature. The Higgs boson is known in popular science as the God particle. It's considered by many to be the final piece of the puzzle of quantum mechanics, the one elementary particle that confirms how the universe works. They're wrong. Last year we found a better one, the true end of the search. We call it the omega particle. Ooh, the omega particle! Studying it has revealed fundamental truths about the world we live in. This particle forms the basic building block of all creation, and now we know how it behaves, how it reacts, what it reacts to. This particle, this energy, it has a spiritual dimension to it, a moral dimension. Please, you're telling us a subatomic particle understands good and evil? You can't possibly be serious. No. He doesn't joke. He never jokes. Listen to him. The fundamental forces of this universe trend in one direction, and now we know that includes societal forces. Gravity distorts the universe, and so the river runs, the curtain falls, the yoke is heavy. We accept that man is tethered to the earth. We do not believe a man can fly. With this discovery, we must now accept that there is likewise a moral gravity pulling down, keeping everything that it is in its place. Existence is ordered and ordained. Water flows downhill. Those who have. Those who have not. The rich get richer. The poor get poorer. Some hold all the winning cards, and some clutch at a handful of jokers. This is not chance. This is not accident. This is by design. The sore losers in the game of life see their fate woven in the fabric of creation and rail against it, call it doom. There's a philosophical term for that perspective, the just world fallacy. And imagine being so twisted, so filled with hate, so paralyzed by fear. Imagine thinking it a fallacy that the world could be just. But the world is just. We have evidence, not of doom, but of a natural order worked upon the world by a higher power. It's spoiled little anarchists like the late Mr. Queen here would stand against that order. That I call injustice. And injustice must be fought. Chaos must be fought. We must fight it. And how can we fail? God is on our side. So are we friends? We are not. To claim friendship with any of you would insult you. To succumb to friendship is against the moral order. But we can be allies. Here in this room, our watchtower, looking down from high above the here the herd, we can be in league. Between us, we can ensure the moral arc of the universe bends towards justice. A toast then to an ordered world and to our Justice League. Okay. And we all know what that building is. Okay. Interesting indeed. Well, says absolute justice. Here's your zombie looking guy. Fascinating data, just fascinating. And without your methods, I'm not sure I could have acquired it. So thank you for that, Mirror Master. I didn't come here for thanks, Brainiac. Oh, Brainiac. Okay. Was not aware of that. I need your analysis. I need to know how it all connects here and in my mirror, how it connects and how it reflects. Indeed, a measure of balance suits my own goals. Hammond balances Roz and the Hawkman. Their egos can focus on one another, and Thawne's skepticism matches Kale, the true believer. But this man who doesn't joke, we need to reflect him, learn his secrets, negate his threat. There's a name I recall from my glimpse into your mirror world, someone worth investing in. I think for the Justice League to be complete, it needs one more member. Sunset and green tea. It's a wonderful life, isn't it? Well, I certainly think so. It's strange. I was an angry young man, Dora, envious of others for their power, their popularity, even their looks. But right here in this moment, I can't think of a single thing I want. Can't you? Because the children are in bed. Hold that thought. That phone, always the worst timing. No rest for the wicked, as they say. It'll just be a moment, darling. This is Lex Luthor speaking. How can I be of help? Uh-oh. Okay. But this is what Lex Luthor looks in this scenario and in this particular world. Instead of being a bald loser with money or whatever, he's just a everyday ginger. Okay. And that was it. Not bad. I like it. I like it a lot. Maybe they will come out with more. That's a weird ending. I went to my LCS. I went to a couple of my LCSs thinking, okay, I can get a second issue, but there is no second issue. One and done. Maybe they wanted to see how it would. Maybe they wanted to see how it would be received before making any other issues of it. But not bad. I guess that's what I'm saying. That maybe the heroes we're accustomed to are bad. Or maybe not. I don't know. It was weird. Hawkman killing Oliver Queen like that. That was pretty disgusting. Pretty gory. But we'll get into some other like I said, other reads. I am going to be reading Absolute Green Lantern and regular Green Lantern, Justice League Red. I'm not going to do these lives like this all the time. Reading, it's definitely a lot to take in, especially when you're not getting to see all the pictures and stuff. It's a lot to take in, but I want to do it this way every so often. But think what I'm going to do, like I said, is just some long form videos where maybe I read anywhere between 2 and 4 comics at a time, not on the long form, just read them myself, but give a quick synopsis, recap, not really a review, more of a recap, because I know I'm going to like them to some extent. So more of a recap than a review. Do like 2 or 4 at a time, depending on how it is. I know when I get to the what the heck's it called? History of DC, there's 1 through 4. I'll probably split those into 2 apiece because they're kind of long. And then the other things like Justice League Red is through 6 right now, so I'll probably do 3 at a time, or do 3 and then 3. And as it circles back around, by the time, just as an example, if I do 3 Justice League Reds and then the next 3 Justice League Reds and the next recap, and then move on, by the time I get through, say, all the other ones, 7, 8, and 9 will have come out for Justice League Red by the time I get back around to it, to then do 7, 8, and 9. And so forth. The Justice League Unlimited through 15 right now, if I do the first 3, and then all the way through the 15, by the time I roll back around 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21 probably will be out by the time I roll that back around. So I hope you guys enjoyed today. I hope you will stay tuned to actually watch those recaps. I appreciate everybody's support. I appreciate the folks that were able to make it out today, impromptu, not scheduled. Pick 6 cards. Justin over at 3 Good Nerds. Mean Dean was here. Yo Dean. We had Legend 55, and we had quite a few other people that were kind of lurking and not commenting, but I thank you for being here. As always, Nikki 2 Times came at you live. Today was comics. Y'all have a wonderful day.